It's finally time, guys. It's finally time to start prepping for competition. From this week and a couple of months forward, I will be following and training according to a powerlifting program. Due to that, I'm all set for my first competition in beginning of September this year. Oh man, can't wait. This is something that I've been planning to do for a long time, but now finally decided to set it in motion, you know. And I don't know, feels great. Feels like a switch has been turned on immediately since I took this decision. I mean, I've always looked forward to competing, but now when it's actually happening, I'm so excited, and this has, like I said, awakened something in me. I feel so determined to try this out. I feel ready. So now it's time to put in that higher gear and start prepping. Yeah. It's still to be decided what my openers will be and total aim will be, but a total of 600 kg would be kind of awesome. But I've also decided that for this competition I won't stress or I won't dread about the total or anything like that. This first competition, I just wanna learn the process, get to know the experience, you know. I wanna see how it feels, how it's like to lift with a crowd, to perform the lift to the comp signals, and just be a part of the competition scene for a bit, and later on focus on the lift and total per se. Of course I will give it my all to get as high total as possible, both in prep and comp, but now I just wanna see what it feels like, and the rest will come along the way. And that's also a bit of it too. I wanna figure out if this is my sport, my jam. I mean, I will always try to train for strength and muscular adaptations in my training, but it's not set in stone if I want to, let's say, compete in pure powerlifting, or if I want to stick with things like power building as I have been in the past. So it's also a kind of test to determine if this is for me. Who knows? Maybe I get the taste of blood for powerlifting and will proceed that career, but it maybe isn't my thing either, so then I will maybe proceed with a totally different route. Yeah. And I've always been like this. I think it's important too. I always want to try new things, both in my training and life itself. Because why not? It doesn't hurt. I mentioned this aspect in previous talks as well. You can't develop or move forward in life or training or anything really if you're doing the same thing over and over again. You need to explore. It may take a long time before that exploration finds its ending destination, the main purpose of your training in this matter, but it will be worth it because that's the true domain behind things like consistency and successful state and performance. You need to do what's for you. I actually tried to follow a powerlifting program back when I started out with strength training a couple of years ago, but if I'm being honest, I was too new to powerlifting back then. Back then I had recently switched from only doing bodybuilding to a whole new world of doing low reps and high intensity, which was like day and night to me. I just followed the program, but back then I didn't quite have the capacity to follow the program, but I did it anyways. I lacked things as muscular endurance when it came to performing higher reps and such. Everything over 5 reps in, let's say, the squat, for example, felt like something very difficult for me. even if it only was with 1 or 2 plates. Didn't matter. That's also a big reason what made me fall in love with these deep squat with high rep squat routines that I do today. I knew I had to make my weakest lift a passion. It still is my weakest lift in comparison to my other ones, but when it comes to strength and endurance, it has increased tremendously, and a lot also, while bettering my form. There's still improvements to be made, but I feel so much more stable and like I got better tools coming into this comp prep this time. Yeah. I mean, my core has improved, my drive has improved. Now I feel like I need to focus on things like explosivity and adjusting my consistent setup when it comes down to the squat. That's one of the best cues out there when it comes to any lift, for that matter, that you need to treat every set exactly the same, guys. Trust me on this. Treat the warm-up set with the empty barbell exactly the same as you do with your heavy top set. I mean, maybe sounds and looks silly, but you need to create that routine, that standard, so you perform every set exactly the same, because when you do that, then you will progress way faster. You need to adapt and teach your mind and body the consistency of the setup, so it comes natural and is being performed the same way every set. Because strength is a skill. You need to make it a routine. You perform everyday routines often in the same way every day, right? Treat the big lifts the same as well. They're no different. It's a matter of consistency, of course, but I feel like this is something that a lot of people don't care about when trying to improve their lifts in the gym. And when it comes down to explosivity, and this is something I have lacked for a long time. I've always performed my, let's say, squat with slow and eccentric reps. I don't know why, but it just comes automatic for me. Never really did the fast and divey reps, because I found controllable reps was way more beneficial. But to increase some strength now, I will need to find my explosive power as well to really bring up my numbers where I want them to be. And I talked about this earlier too, but now I also need to prioritize the low bar squat. Even though I love and have been doing the high bar squat, and especially the depth high bar squat, I will need to focus mainly on low bar. I will still include the high bar squat as an accessory movement, because I think they're great for bringing up the low bar. But I will try to get used to the low bar setup. Yeah. But that was it for me today, guys. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.